Hey guys, so we're back here in the garage and today we're working on the S15. So, as you know, it's going up to Huxley to finish all the fabrication in about a month's time, which will be a massive milestone on the car. So today the plan is to run through the last of the prep for me to do before it's ready for Huxley then to take over. So guys, what we're dealing with now is I'm having custom seat mounts because when the old cage was in, with the seat, I test fitted a made seat, and with the helmet I was just way too high. So what we've got to do, get rid of these. So that involves drilling all the spot welds out and removing them. We're going to get rid of any unused brackets, so that can go. Those. And what we're also doing is the rear parcel shelf there, all of that's been removed also. I've only removed very small brackets via drilling the spot welds, so this should be a fair task because I've never done anything of that extent before. And there's also quite a daunting cut to do with a grinder, which I'll show you now. So, with drilling the spot welds of this out, this section here, as you can see it going across, will still be retained, which I don't need. So, you might be able to see it's very faint with a pencil line. I've very rough sketched a nice sweep all the way around, trying to follow the curvature of the window, or the bottom where the window seal would be. So come over 10-15 mil from that, so we should be good. Wish me luck. Awesome, that's him. Right, going to swap now to the drill. Start drilling some of these spot welds and hopefully we'll get this out tonight. What I'm going to try and do, a couple of practice ones, is this part that we've just cut off. We are going to drill the spot welds out of this and try and remove that. Butchered that, but it's lucky I'm not saving it. So that's the first bit off. It's going to be a long night. Right, I'm going to try and get rid of this now. There's two by the looks of it that side. Two in the middle and two this side. these a lot more slower because I don't want to go straight through with these. Make a meal of it. Oh, beautiful. That's one side popped. Two. I'm not bothered about saving this because it's sadly like I can reset it here. Beautiful. These two guys on the side now. Try to get an angle so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll take this camera off so you can have a look. Right, that's the top. Just a little mark. There's one. The side ones then. Barely anything. Perfect. Right, I have to chop a bit of a V out. As you can see, the right side is free. So I'm going to do the same there to get access to that. Just chop it off at the back, just to give me maximum access to each side. Right. I'm going to cut the underside here, and then there's very small little sections to cut there, and then that whole bit's going to come out. Alright. And that's that gone. Right guys, as you can see, that gives me massive access to get in here. There's spot welds on the underside here. This, I've cut that, the underside generous. I'll show you in a bit. And I can neaten all this up. Draw my line again like I did the top. Cut a nice cut along there. You've got to get these boot lid hinges out, and then carry on with these. Right, so here we are. Loads more room now for activities. And what I was on about, I don't know if you can see it. Obviously we got that cut along the top here, and then the underside just there. Let's focus on these little bits. We'll draw a pencil line, neaten those up so it's all smooth like our top cut here. If anyone's interested, these are 10 bolts. We're going to do the other side now. apologies. Hey guys, so this is the next day. I've ordered some, I don't know if you can see that, tiny little short ones because we were having an issue getting right into the corners up there. So let's try these and see if these make it much easier. Right, I've almost got this out. It's an absolute nightmare to get in there because I haven't really got... Oh, there we are. Perfect. Just a little bit now. I think I'm just going to cut it as far as I can because using here, I'm still limited on the space here. You get the first one, but there's another two behind it, and it just doesn't fit. So I'm going to do absolutely as much as I can here, and then I don't mind leaving a couple of little bits then for Huxley to deal with. So this is what I've managed to get out so far. As you can see, that whole support's removed. It's just almost impossible. You might be able to take it out in one piece, but it's just a lot easier to chop it totally to bits. So the only bits I've left in are, as you can see, these little sections there, and then I don't know if you can just see faint there, just these little tabs. Leave those in because I'm not 100% sure how close to this, the window and where the boot lid meets up to it, how much I need to retain. So I'm going to leave those in. And what I'm going to do now, empty this rubbish out of the car, is the front seat support. As you can see, it wraps over the gearbox tunnel and goes over there. And I'm also going to be removing the standard handbrake mount, and also these two little bits, which I believe are something to do with the rear seat. So let's set you down and get to it. So, as you can see, it's pretty slow, but it drilled all those out up to the curve here. As you can see, that section is now free. So I'm going to continue doing this, obviously, all the way over, and then I'll jump back and film rather than you watching me do this for ages. Take a look at this, guys. Just been trying to reveal the spot welds on this. There's 16 just standard handbrake mount. They must have known people are going to be swinging off the bars when they manufacture these. That's absolutely unbelievable. Right, I think it's got one spot weld left by the look of it, and I think it should be out. Perfect. Right, let's grab you guys so you can have a look. Alright. So that's it, the front seat mount support's gone. Don't worry about this stuff, it's not actually rust. It's, even though it's rust colour, I haven't got anything scraped on. See, it's not rust, it's the Muppets that I took it to have it sandblasted. They just left all the media in here, and it looks like there's rust everywhere, but it's actually not, so it's hard to tell on the camera, yeah. But yeah, doing well. Got the hydraulic handbrake mount out, a little bit of a fail there, drilled straight through, as well as back there, but it's literally, you can sort that out no problem. So, and that's almost it. I was going to say that's it then, but it isn't, because we've got to get rid of those little guys. So I'll do them next, and that might be a little bit tricky because that seam sealer is probably hiding a couple of spot welds, but we'll have a go. I was right, guys. Only 3 holding it on. Jump to the other side now. Right, I think that's it, guys. Yes. There we are. Right, that's all the little brackets removed from the shell now that I don't need. Everything else in here I'm keeping. I might, if you can see it, I don't know whether to keep this. I suppose, you know, I'm not going to have a light in here, but I might speak to Huxley regarding it, because obviously at least the roof has got a bit of additional strength. Not that I'm going to be sitting on the roof or anything, but you know, at least it's got that, isn't it? It's just additional support. So what else I need to do now? What I need to do now is put the dash bar back in here, which we removed when we were cutting the cage out, and I also need to put my, I don't know if you can see down there, we've got a clutch and accelerator, but we haven't got a brake pedal. So ideally when I go up to Huxley's to determine my seating position in this car, I'd like all 3 pedals, just to make sure that it's right. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck those in. Right, that's almost in. Right, I forgot. This goes to the shell first, then the bumper, the dashboard bar goes to that. Loosely check everything in, because it will be backwards. So it's accessible, but I don't know what. The reasoning behind chopping this was obviously, one, to refit it around the roll cage that was originally in here, and I wouldn't mind having like a slip joint here, because obviously this is all rusted and it looks terrible, so I'd rather make this removable, and then I can have it powder coated, so it's, when it, I know you're never going to see it, but at least it's not going to rust. It's the same with the pedal brackets and things like that. I just want them all good. Right, brake booster and reservoir. Need to put this in because the brake pedal is held on by those four nuts here. If I remember, these are a bit of a... Oh, she's grew there. Right, to get this brake pedal in, you've got to drop the rack, which is like that. Try and get this back in. So guys, that's it. Steering column is back in. We've also got our 3 pedals. Obviously you don't need all 3 pedals in to determine where your seat's going to be, but in regards to helping me figure out, it's just easier for me, and I'd rather do it one, because the accelerator is further forward than the clutch and brake, so just want to get a nice feel for it all. So guys, that's it for this video. You can see we are officially ready to take this to Huxley. Everything's back in that I need in. So all I need to do is take up all the additional bits. Seat mounts, things like that. I think Huxley's got a seat up there, he said, that I can use for mock-up, which is great. And then at least we can determine driving position, handbrake position, and get everything sorted. I can't wait for that, guys. Can't wait to show you. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching and subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.